Hi guys, this is the DC Rundown with your host John Breakdown. I am back from my vacation. I stayed in Pittsburgh, the home of the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Guys, this is Derek as always from Derek's Gaming Channel. Welcome back to, I believe this is the fourth DC Sports Rundown that me and John have been doing on. And John, you have some big news about the Redskins.
Yes, I do. About an hour ago, the Redskins signed Vernon Davis, a homegrown talent here out of Maryland, to a one-year deal. I believe that this is a good addition for the Redskins. He's healthy. Now, they didn't say how much they signed him for, but he's 32 years old. He's been in probably the best shape of his football life. He hasn't really been injured. He's a very durable tight end. From his time with the 49ers, he's phenomenally well. And then last year, he kind of dropped off because he didn't really fit well in Gary Kubiak's system with the Broncos. And so with the Redskins, having tight end issues, as always, with Jordan Reed being injury prone, Miles Paul being injury prone. Signing Vernon Davis really short up that position. What do you think, Derek?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a really good insurance addition because Niles Paul was out the entire year. Jordan Reed had a couple injury stints. And Vernon Davis is, as you said, very durable. Plus, he's pretty damn good.
Exactly. Plus, he also brings a veteran leadership into that locker room on offense. Having won a Super Bowl with Denver, but he didn't really contribute that much. But he still has a Super Bowl ring nonetheless, which will, I think, motivate this young team to get their own Super Bowl ring.
Exactly, and that gets downplayed a lot, the veteran leadership. But when you have someone who's been there and who's done it before, it helps a lot with chemistry and with being able to focus on the grand prize.
Exactly. Now, also, the big thing in the NFL right now is about Walter Thurman III. He has turned down a lot of offers from a lot of teams in the $4 million range. He's contemplating retirement. He's only 28 years old.
Wow.
He is the former Philadelphia Eagles safety. Now, I thought the Redskins could actually go out and actually sign him, but if he's turning down all this money, why? What do you think? Why do you think he's turning down all these offers there? Because me personally, I can understand if he wants to stay healthy and he values his health over money. I get that. But when you're a football player and you come out of high school and you come out of college and you go into the draft, you're doing this as your livelihood.
Exactly.
When you stop playing the ball, it's a whole new world. I think Walter Thurman's a fool for not taking the $4 million offer that certain teams have offered him, and I think the Redskins should offer him a deal.
They should offer, but I mean, I get that he wants to keep his health intact. I get that, but like you said, he chose this career, and if he wants extra money as insurance, he's not gonna get it. Because being 28, I'm not sure. I'm not heard of him, and I don't know if he's good or if he's established. But if he's like,
he was on the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl team. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, that's fine. Okay. So he's probably established, but you're not just because you won a Super Bowl, you're not gonna get so much extra money just as insurance for your health. It's a little nonsense. It's.
Also, go ahead.
Oh no, that was it. It's kind of confusing.
But also, Terrence Hot Roast Knighton was also sighted at the Redskins facility earlier this morning. Now, rumors have been floating around that the Redskins were wanting to bring him back.
I think they should. He's a hell of a guy.
I mean, he's one of the call players that just fits on that defense.
Oh yeah.
Now, also, Lamar Miller's he went to the Texans. Now, Arian Foster is actually visiting with the Dolphins today. Now, earlier this week, RG3 got his number back. One of his teammates on the Browns gave up the number 10. And so now RG3 will be wearing number 10 for the Cleveland Browns. But also, it's the first time since RG3 was in college that him and Josh Gordon will be playing together.
Now, do you think that's gonna help at all, or?
I mean, they had chemistry back when they were in college, but we'll see what happens with that. It's he's been out of the league for a year. Plus, RG3's working with a quarterback coach. I don't know his name. I think you may be able to find that out. But this quarterback coach has worked with like Tim Tebow, Mark Sanchez, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees. So if this guy can fix RG3's mechanics, we'll see. Maybe Cleveland finally has found the franchise quarterback, and maybe with a little wide receiver and running back help, and if they shore up the defense in this draft in the next, who knows, Cleveland could be a powerhouse.
I think that's a stretch, just because RG3 had that chance, and he kept making mental mistakes and getting himself hurt because of those mental mistakes. But if this coach is that good, then definitely, I mean, give it a shot. He has skill, he has talent, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for that team.
True. Me personally, I would have rather seen him go on to the Jets, but that's just my opinion. Now, I also, what else was I going to say? He's also playing in the AFC, which is going to be a complete change for him because he's going like into the thing in the International Football League. So, let's see what happens with that.
Yep. Now moving on to the MLB and the Washington Nationals. Nationals 18-4. Now, granted, it is preseason ball. Season starts April 2nd, maybe the 3rd for the Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
What's an early analysis of this team that you have?
I think this team has the chance to actually make it to the playoffs and win the National League East. Do I think they're going to do it? No. I think the National League East is the Mets to lose. I mean, the Nationals, as you said, I thought last year's squad was the squad that was going to do it.
Yeah.
This year, I'm not so sure because the Nationals are starting to hit this reputation, as all Washington teams do, of choking in the playoffs.
Yep.
But I can't really say that because Dusty Baker is a phenomenal manager. So we'll see what happens. It all depends on if Steven Strasburg and Bryce Harper stay healthy, and also if Gio Gonzalez stays healthy. They haven't done much in free agency. They lost Ian Desmond, and they also who's their third baseman? Ryan Zimmerman. He's on his way out. I mean, he's been injured playing the last couple of years. So, the only way this Nationals team wins its division and the World Series is if everyone stays healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. I'm looking at the beginning of their schedule for the first month and a half. They don't play a team that was better than 500. So if they jump out and go like, I think it's 25 games, if they go 20-5 in that span, and everyone's clicking, that's good. But then the next month after the second month of the season is brutal. It's basically the best of the best, and if they go 600, 700 in that stretch, I think this team is legit. And I believe it's going to come down to the last month for the NL East division. Either way, if the Mets win, Nationals will get a wild card. If the Nationals win, the Mets will get a wild card. And maybe second round of the playoffs. But again, a lot of it comes down to if these guys stay healthy, if they, keep their mind focused on what they want to do, and if the pitchers stay reliable.
Very, very true. Now, I was also checking out the baseball power rankings. The defending World Series champions, the Kansas City Royals, are ranked number 2 because this is a team in their prime, and don't bet against them.
Oh yeah, they're a hell of a team. Now, who's number 1?
You're not going to believe this, but the number one ranking is the Chicago Cubs.
They've done a hell of a job with this organization. I think it would be funny to me, just because I don't like the Chicago Cubs, I'd love to see it just implode in their face. And not saying I want people to get injured, but just no one's doing what they're supposed to. Like they're not hitting. Chris Johnson is just in a slump. Just because I'm not a fan of the White Sox or of the Cubs, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I just like to see them with all this talent just lose it, But now again, if they click like they're supposed to, this is gonna be a very dangerous team all year.
I mean, if their pitching stays healthy, plus they got Jason Hayward from the St. Louis Cardinals, plus they've also gotten the dude from the Royals, people on the Mike Moustakas. And so this is going to be a very interesting team because they have veteran leadership there. Plus they also have quality hitting, and plus they also have quality pitching.
Exactly. So they're going to definitely be a tough out all year. Now the other MLB team in the DC area, the Baltimore Orioles. Right now they're sitting at
actually ranked number 4th in the preseason power rankings.
number 4.
Yes.
Okay, so this 10-15 preseason ball, you don't think it's anything to worry about?
I think they're just it's rust, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm glad the Cubs. I'm glad that the Orioles re-signed Chris Davis, and I'm glad that they also passed on Jonas Cespedes. So I think this team, if everyone stays healthy, again, it's just like the Nationals. If everyone stays healthy and they can outplay the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and the Red Sox, I think they have a legitimate chance of actually going back to the playoffs and winning the AL East.
That division is always really tough to predict, though.
I mean, the team to beat in that division is the Toronto Blue Jays because they have in Castellon, and they also have Jose Bautista, and I mean their pitching has been lights out. Plus they have R.A. Dickey, so
Yep.
who's coming back for a 15th MLB season.
All right, now let's move on to to hockey, the NHL. Capitals unfortunately had a rough game against the Flyers, 2-1 loss in a shootout. Still got some points. Do you think it's time to rest some guys, or do you think Holtby should stay in for that season-winning record?
I think he should stay in because he's one win away. He's 1 or 2 wins away from actually tying Marty Brodeur record actually breaking it. They have a game in the game,
They have what?
How many games is left,
6.
I think he should stay in for maybe 4. I know that he has a chance to break the record, but then rest and start resting guys after those 4.
See, if I were Barry Trotz, I'd leave it up to him. Do you want the record or do you want rest?
True, and I think Holtby wants the record.
Yeah. And I don't think he's gonna get tired because of those extra 6 games. So that's why I'd leave it up to him.
Now, as you guys have the fans of our GC Rundown segment show, and also fans on my podcast, I just got back from Pittsburgh. I went to the Pittsburgh Penguins game versus the Buffalo Sabres, and let me tell you something. After watching both of those teams, I think the Sabres should be in the playoffs, so that's not going to happen because they did horrible this year. But the first quarter, the Sabres scored 3 goals on this Penguins team, and it took them going into a shootout to actually win against Buffalo. And this is Buffalo we are talking about. The Penguins, they need to get their act because Sid the Kid played sloppy. Oh my God, it was horrible. But it was a good game nonetheless, being my first hockey game. But going into the playoffs, I think the Penguins either getting a 3rd seed or a 4th seed because I believe with their win this past Tuesday, they are either in 4th or 3rd behind the Dallas Stars and the New York Rangers for 4 points.
Yep. Now,
So, okay, go ahead.
I'm looking at the conferences, and in the East, the only team that has a spot clinched is the Capitals. Move over to the West. There's 6 teams that have clinched already. So do you think it's basically the Capitals against the West?
Pretty much. I mean, the West. You have. The Chicago Blackhawks have been on a terrible, horrible skid, and now they just lost someone to suspension because of what happened. And then you also have the LA Kings, who were the defending Stanley Cup champions. A couple years ago, they haven't really been playing up to their championship level. And then you have the Dallas Sharks. The Dallas Stars, who are basically the top team in the West just because of their record.
Yep. 46, 22, and 9. Meanwhile, the Capitals are at 54, 16, and 6. Pretty damn impressive.
So, basically, I say the Stanley Cup is either the Blackhawks or the Capitals to lose.
All right.
Now, here's what we're forgetting before we move on. When the Capitals get into the playoffs and they become a different team, they always seem to not make it past the second round. I feel that this team is different.
Oh yeah. This team is
They're
just
hungry enough that they're trying to break that cycle of mediocrity. But
yeah.
here's the thing. In order for them to get to the Stanley Cup, they're going to have to go through 2 very tough teams that are beat them in the playoffs: the Rangers and the Penguins.
Yeah.
Now, I would say the Bruins, but the Bruins haven't done very well this year. Boston really hasn't had a good hockey team this year.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising because they were kind of a staple in the East. Now, so how many games do you think it's going to take the Capitals to get to the Stanley Cup if they do so?
Okay, since they have home field advantage, and I think they have a first round bye, I'm not totally sure.
I don't think there's a bye system in the NHL. I think it's you just play.
Well, I think the Capitals are going to have to win 4 games. They're going to have to win each series in 4 games. They cannot let it go to a 7-game series. Because the Capitals have a horrible record in 7-game series when the game is on the line.
Oh yeah.
So
I think
they
it's
have to beat every team that they play in 4 in order to win. So I'm going to say the Sharks keep them winning 4. It's going to take them at least 16 games to win. They're going to have to win 16 games in order to get to the Stanley Cup.
okay. I think it's going to go to 20. I think there's going to be a couple 5 games and 1 6-game series, but Capitals prevailed and they'll bring it back to DC. Now let's talk some college hoops here. Both of our teams are out, and
Yeah, which is unfortunate. Which is so unfortunate. I actually watched the Syracuse game. I was not happy. But we didn't really play against them this year, and so
so it's interesting because you have Syracuse versus North Carolina, then you have Villanova and who's the other team?
Oklahoma. So the very first time since 1967, two conference opponents will face off to decide who goes to the championship.
Now, who do you have in the championship?
I'm going to go with Syracuse and Oklahoma.
You stole my thought. That's exactly who I'm thinking. I think Syracuse, I thought that they were a Cinderella, but they, after beating the Cavaliers, show that they are legit. They have a team that can do it. And if they can beat a defensive team, they can definitely beat an offensive team in North Carolina.
Yep. In North Carolina, you have to remember, this is Jim Boeheim versus Roy Williams here. This is 2 legendary coaches who have won NCAA championships. So this is like a 15-round prize fight here. This is the game of the week care. I don't care about Villanova and Oklahoma. This is the game everyone should be watching because this is a Syracuse team that nobody thought belonged in this tournament, and they've sort of taken that it's us against the world mentality, and they've used it, and they've beaten everybody that they've played.
Exactly.
Ruthlessly. And North Carolina, I love the Tar Heels, but I don't think that they're ready to go to the next level. I don't think Malcolm Page can actually, take them to the next level.
Yeah. Now, in the proposed championship of Syracuse and Oklahoma, who do you have winning?
Well, that's the thing, because I'm actually torn when it comes down to the championship, because it's Buddy Hield, who everyone knows is going to be going to the NBA. He is a future franchise #1 overall pick. Some say that he is the second coming of Kobe Bryant.